Guy here. Now you may have watched some of the ghost hunting shows on television, and what I want to talk about is what you can do affordably to create your own ghost hunting kit. Now there's a few things that you'll need, and there's some things that are optional. One thing you'll need for sure is a digital camera, because what the digital camera will enable you to do is snap still photos, and if there's an apparition that comes into the frame, there's a good possibility you'll capture a photo of that apparition. And keep in mind, even if you don't see the apparition with your naked eyes, that when you download that photo, you may be able to see the apparition. And you can check out a video on my channel, Henry's Hill, and I actually was able to capture an apparition off the side of the road, and you'll be able to see it within that video, but you can make out a cowboy hat, suspenders, looks like a long sleeve shirt, just really cool stuff. And I captured that with a Nikon D3000 camera. The next piece of essential gear is a tripod, because if you want to set up a, and we're going to get to that in a minute, but if you want to set up a digital camera to take a series of photos, it's nice to have it position there so that you can get, when you're snapping with your hands, there's always a possibility of motion blur, and if you've got it on a tripod, you can hopefully get a better photo of that spirit. And the next thing that I would recommend, and this is more expensive, you don't necessarily have to get it, but if you want to get a high-end video camera with infrared, and if it's not infrared, it could be There's another, thermal. Yeah, thermal is really expensive. But there's some infrared cameras out there now that are somewhat affordable. Actually, the camera I'm filming with now, and it's a prosumer camera, maybe a little bit too much for your recreational ghost hunting, but it's a Canon XA10. It has infrared, which is good, because if you're filming at night, that heightens the probability of you being able to capture a video of a spirit. Now there's a few other things. An EMF meter, which basically will detect electromagnetic fluctuations, because a lot of time when a spirit's around, they're going to interfere with electronics. So you may have a cell phone, you may notice that your battery dies, you may notice that your electronics in your car kick off, you may notice that you didn't have cell phone service and all of a sudden you do, and those are the types of factors that come into play when there's a spirit present, because spiritual energy does mess with EMF, electromagnetic fields. So an EMF meter is good. You can get one of those probably at a hardware store, Amazon.com or something like that. Just search for EMF, Echo Mary Foxtrot, and you can find one of those. Some other tools you might want, and you probably already have, is an audio recorder. Now most phones, I know that the Androids and the iPhones do, it's got a record option, and that's really good, because what you want to do when you're in a potentially haunted location, you want to have that audio rolling, and then that way you can play the audio back later when you download it to your computer, put on some headphones, and see if you can pick up EVP, which is electronic voice phenomenon. And basically what that is, those are very low frequency spirit voices. So often when you're in a haunted location, and there's been times, and you can check out my Henry's Hill video, where with my naked ears, I actually heard the spirit scream, and I heard footsteps. But most of the time, these EVPs are going to be very low frequency, so you're not going to hear them when you're actually conducting your investigation. But when you play back, there's a possibility that you'll be able to hear that because it was captured with your audio recorder. And that's a good thing when you're out ghost hunting and you want to do you want to encourage that ghost to manifest. So you sit there and ask questions and while your audio recorder is rolling, and then that way you may when you review your audio, you may find that the spirit responded to some or all of your questions, which is really cool. And so just to recap, we've gone over tripod, digital camera, video camera, EMF meter, an audio recorder, What else? I know there's a lot of fancy gadgets out there, but I mean, I found from my personal ghost hunting experience that these are the key tools for success. So, you know, check that out. Feel free to ask me any questions. I really enjoy doing this. I used to be, back until about 1999, when the Henry's Hill incident first occurred, I was a complete skeptic. I didn't believe in ghosts. But ever since then, I'm not a skeptic at all. I mean, I'm 100% confident that ghosts exist. And these are some ways to really capture those supernatural experiences. So it's really cool. And a lot of people may not like it because it is kind of freaky. Because when and if you have the opportunity to encounter your first ghost, it's a situation where you're probably going to immediately say, you know, I want to get out of here. I never want to do this again. But then curiosity is likely going to kick in a few weeks or a few months later after sleeping with your TV and all your lights in your house on because you're so scared. Curiosity is probably going to kick in again and be like, well, you know, that happened, but what additional evidence can I collect? And that's what makes ghost hunting so much fun. So these are the core tools that I would recommend that any ghost hunter consider. And good luck with your ghost hunts. And share this video and any of my videos with others. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. And y'all have a good day.